What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. It's a great day to be the owner of some real deal money. I'm talking that real deal silver and that real deal gold. In today's video, I want to talk about how silver and gold so far in 2025 have been the number one and number two best performing assets of the year. I'm talking about next to crypto, I'm talking about next to stocks, I'm talking about next to oil, I'm talking about next to bonds. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for a bunch of videos, subscribe to my second channel for bonus videos, and follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. 4 super quick things before we fully dive into the video. Number 1, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. We have the brand new It's a Great Day to Have a Great Day t-shirt and coffee mug. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. 2, if you haven't already, try you out some Celsius Energy. That's right, it's a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. I will leave an affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. 3, if you're not already investing and you would like to be, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so. And they make it really easy for a new investor to start investing because of how simple it is to navigate around on the app. Webull link in the description. Remember, I do plan on taking 3 people before the end of the month, helping them learn about the stock market and helping them kickstart their investment portfolios. We're 2 down, 1 to go. If you want to be that last one that I help out this month, please reach out. And 4th and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, whether it be airtight tubes and capsules, anti-tarnish paper, currency sleeves, mini lock boxes, microscopes, the list goes on, any and all stacking supplies and any and all prepping supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. Okay, so in today's video, I want to talk about how silver and gold have performed in 2025 so far. I'm talking year-to-date returns for the precious metals. We know that silver and gold have both been doing very well this year. We know that other markets, not so much. But I wanted to take year-to-date returns, put them all side by side so we can actually look at everything and get a better picture, get a better image of how everything has been performing this year so far. Not to say that beginning next month, things won't be completely different, because that very well may be the case. Not to say that by the end of the year, the grand total returns for the entire year of 2025 won't be entirely different. That may very well be the case too. But so far in 2025, how have the different markets performed in the first 4 months, just about 4 months of 2025? Well, let's start out with gold. Let's start out with the beautiful yellow metal, which you can see a little bit on screen. I don't have a tremendous amount of gold. My personal gold to silver ratio doesn't even make sense. I have so much silver compared to the amount of gold that I have. But we have a nice little selection, by the way. But as for gold, I have a little tube of 10th ounce gold coins. That's not all of them. I have more locked up because when I first started, I was just switching back and forth between Eagle Maple, Eagle Maple, Eagle Maple. And then I decided to start picking up other 10th ounce gold coins because I wanted to build that international troy ounce of gold, 10 different 10th ounce gold coins from 10 different countries. I got 60% of the way there, and then I moved on to quarter ounce denomination. This right here is the quarter ounce gold Philharmonic, a gorgeous piece of gold, and it's the largest denomination that I currently own. I am in the process of working my way up to acquire my very first 1 ounce gold coin, and I'd like to be able to do it at some point this year. I'd like to get that 1 ounce gold buffalo by the end of the year, or, I'm not going to beat myself up over it if I can get it the beginning of next year. But point being is, I'm saving up for a 1 ounce gold buffalo. But speaking of gold, gold is actually the best performer year to date so far. And funny enough, this is also factoring in the little bit of a pullback gold has seen over the last week. Still, year to date, check this out right here. Spot price of gold as I'm filming the video, $3,371.40. Year to date, from January 1st to the time that I'm recording this video, gold is up 27.71%. A massive year for the beautiful, gorgeous yellow metal. Gold up 27.71%. Big moves from gold that we're seeing this year. Silver is not tremendously far behind. Silver is actually the second best performer of the year so far. And obviously what you're looking at on screen right here, far more silver than gold. What do we have? I'm not even going to be able to touch on everything, but we got some Queens, Beasts. We got some random coins right here. Type 1, Type 2, Silver Eagle, Kangaroo, Maple Leaf, Britannia, half ounce Sunshine round, 10 ounce Silver Bull round, 10 ounce Silver Bull bar, some 90% junk constitutional silver down here, which you probably can't even see. We have some Creatures of the North right here. We have the Werewolf and we have the Kraken, my favorite coin ever. We have a Morgan dollar. We have a 5 ounce Aztec calendar round. We have, let's see, we have a couple of Type 2 Silver Eagles over here. We have some Buffalo rounds. We have the 2 ounce and the 3 ounce poured Monarch bar. We have a Westminster bar down here. Point being is that we have a nice little display of silver. We have a nice little variety of all different types of coins, rounds, and bars from all different countries. Silver, my personal precious metal of choice, because I, in my opinion, see far more potential in silver than gold. But on the flip side, I see far more stability in gold than silver. You got to pick and choose which one makes more sense to you to primarily focus on. Absolutely go after both if you're a fan of both metals. But if I had to choose, I'd go with silver. I see more growth potential there. But silver, year to date, check this out. $33.88. It is up 16.27% year to date. Silver has had a pretty rock solid year as well. Silver's done numbers this year. Similar to gold, it's experienced a pullback in the last 2 weeks. But silver hit a 12-year high this year. It's pulled back a little bit since then. But silver's on the move. Gold has hit like 6 or 7 new all-time highs and has had a pullback ever since. Silver hit a 12-year high. It's nowhere close to its all-time high, but it's still a rock-solid, strong, powerful year for the beautiful white metal. 16.27% in 2025 so far. Next on the list I want to talk about, and I'll make these really quick. I'm not going to fully deep dive into what's going on in the other markets, but I am going to showcase how the other markets have been performing year to date. The same exact identical time frame as silver and gold. We're going to run through these pretty quick, and then we're going to get back into the precious metals, where I'm going to be sharing a little bit of a strategy that I have moving forward. Next on the list, after silver, bonds, believe it or not. And not up by very much, but year to date, the total bond market ETF is up 1.12%. Okay. For a very red year, I'll take it. Anything in the green at this point is a sight for sore eyes, because everything seems to be bleeding out this year. Maybe not so much after the week that we just had. We had a pretty strong week in the different markets. But overall, this year has been a very red year. Next on the list, I want to quickly mention Bitcoin. Bitcoin, what everybody has always said, or not always said, but in the last 3, 4, 5, 6 years, everybody's been saying, oh, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. It outperforms absolutely everything. Bitcoin for the entire year of 2025 so far is up a little over 0.5%. Bitcoin has taken tremendous amount of punishment this year, but it is up, especially in the last week or so. Like I said, things are starting to perk back up for the different markets right now. Year to date, Bitcoin is up 0.54%. Year to date. Next on the list, and now we're falling into a different category. We're falling into the red category. See, we talked about gold being up, silver being up, bonds being up, Bitcoin being up. Well, the next couple ones that we have on the list are in the red. First one we're going to talk about, the stock market. The S&P 500 year to date is down 6.91%. Now you can see right over here, within the last week, it is starting to perk back up, and I do believe that that will continue to climb. I do believe that that will continue to move in an upward direction. But still, we've had a bloodbath of a year, to say the least. It's been rough. Between geopolitical conflict, between a trade war, between a lot of different things. Massive amount of economic uncertainty has led to a pretty quick sell-off, and the S&P 500 is down 6.91% year to date. Next, we can talk about oil. A lot of people like to look at oil and see what oil is doing. Well, oil's down by almost twice as much as the stock market is down. This crude oil futures year to date is down 12.25%. Oil is down, ladies and gentlemen. Down 12.25% year to date in 2025 so far. Oil is even deeper in the red than the stock market is. You want to know what's doing even worse than oil? By a lot? That'd be next on the list. Ethereum. Now it's funny, mentioning Bitcoin before. Bitcoin is technically in the green year to date, up a little over 0.5%. Ethereum is down by a horrifying amount year to date. Ethereum is down 46.84% year to date. Ethereum has done nothing but fall this entire year. And quickly, by the way. Ethereum has been sliced almost in half in 2025 from where it was starting January 1st. Not a great year for Ethereum. Down 46.84% year to date. That's rough. So those were just a couple of ones that I wanted to show. A couple of the different markets, a couple of the big movers, the big dogs, a couple of what many of us like to look at. I don't exactly have a real estate chart because real estate is a little bit different than these markets, but I did read today that pending purchases are down about 5.7%. So real estate's a little bit different, obviously. And I could have also mentioned the dollar, but I think the dollar is kind of self-explanatory. But what I really wanted to do in today's video is focus on the silver and the gold. The precious metals are up, and not by just a hair. Precious metals are up by a lot. Silver and gold are doing extremely well this year. So far, who knows what the next 8 months are going to bring. I do believe that there will be some struggles this year. I do believe as the economy gets back to where it's supposed to be, and once this trade war simmers down, I do believe that we are going to see more successes than failures. When it comes to the tariffs, I do believe we're going to see more wins than losses. There will be failures, there will be losses, but I do believe we're going to see more wins, more successes than failures and losses. And once we get through that, I do believe that there is going to be less of a demand for gold, less of a demand for silver, because a lot of people turn to the precious metals as a safe haven during times of economic uncertainty and rockiness. But either way, currently, as I'm filming the video, gold up 27.71%, silver up 16.27%. A strong year for the precious metals. In fact, the only thing I've been able to find that's performing better than the precious metals this year would be this YouTube channel. That's right, and I'm not exaggerating. Watch time for 2025 is up. Watch time growth is up 1,080%. Subscriber growth is up on this channel year to date 4,900%. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what that means? That means technically watching my videos is better than owning gold. I don't make the rules. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But either way, back to the silver and the gold. I think a lot of people right now are not only interested in the silver and the gold, not only turning to the silver and the gold as a form of financial protection. I think a lot of people are turning to the gold because they're starting to understand that long term, it's probably a whole lot more intelligent than putting all your hopes and dreams into the dollar bill. I think people would much rather tolerate the volatility that comes with the precious metals, more specifically silver, than to deal with the diminishing purchasing power of the dollar bill. See, a lot of people fail to understand what's truly happening to the dollar long term. A lot of people don't realize it because it doesn't happen like right in front of your eyes. I mean, it kind of does, but in a way where you don't really notice it. And we'll just talk about savings accounts just for a quick second. Savings accounts. Let's just say, such and such bank is advertising, hey, open up a savings account with us and, we're going to give you, 1.5% interest, 2% interest. A lot of people might look at that and be like, hey, yeah, that's a good idea. Me save my dollar bills, earn a little bit of interest. We'll call it, 1.5% interest. And they stick their dollar bills in the savings account. In their mind, it's going to be for the long term, failing to realize that the dollar bill loses 2.5% of purchasing power every year. And in recent years, during the previous administration, the purchasing power of the dollar bill didn't really lose to 2.5% a year. Over the course of those 4 years, I mean, what was left of the dollar bill, it had already been, pummeled into the ground since it had been taken off of the gold standard decades ago. The dollar bill lost a majority of its purchasing power, but in those 4 years, it lost close to 50% of what was left, which wasn't even all that much. So the dollar bill has taken a tremendous amount of punishment. And imagine this entire time you're sitting there thinking to yourself, oh, thank God I'm getting 1.5% interest. It's a darn shame that the purchasing power is falling by 50%, but at least I'm getting 1.5%. Imagine thinking that way. Imagine truly believing that. And it's not anybody's fault for believing that, because they don't know any better. Their dollar bills are 100% better off invested. Their dollar bills are better off converted into silver and gold. I would much rather have my dollar bills in, at this point, almost any other asset class. Which is why I invest so many of my dollars. See, I live a very frugal life. I don't spend a tremendous amount of cash. I don't spend really any cash at all. The only cash that I spend is on the running bills. I don't frivolously spend. I don't buy random things. I don't really buy anything at all, to be honest with you. I try to save as much as I possibly can of each paycheck. So I set aside enough each week to where I know I'm going to be able to keep a roof over my head, food in the fridge, my car on the road. And what's left, I try to take as much of that as possible and invest those dollars into the markets so that those dollar bills can grow, so my net worth can grow, so my wealth can build and compound over time. These last couple of weeks or the last month or so, I'm starting to kick it up a notch on silver and gold too. Like I said before, I'm saving up for that 1 ounce gold buffalo, and I am continuing to pick up a little bit of silver every here and there when the opportunity presents itself to me. And opportunity or not, right now I'm picking up some every week, every other week, once or twice a month, regardless, little by little. Small steps in the right direction will inevitably take you to where you want to go. And one of my strategies right now, my primary focus for the last 4 or 5 years has been to invest my dollars as opposed to converting them into silver and gold. I have been converting them into silver and gold these last couple of years, for the last 7 years. But the last 4 or 5 of those 7 years, I have been way more focused on investing. And that's because I understand that I'm young, time is on my side, and silver and gold are typically used as a tool to preserve your wealth. Meanwhile, being that I'm on the younger side, I understood that I didn't have a tremendous amount of wealth to preserve just yet. That wealth still needs to be built. So I started to invest a majority of my dollars and convert a minority of my dollars into silver and gold. Investing has been the focus for me for the last 4 or 5 years, while still continuing to stack. Right now, that remains to be the case, but now I'm choosing to stack a little bit more. Getting back into the swing of things, and I'm getting excited about the silver and gold again. For a while, there was a lull. For a while, it seemed like the wrong people had been getting into the precious metals. And it seemed as though kind of like that fun aspect wasn't really there. But that fun aspect seems to have returned. I'm having fun again. I'm having fun talking about it again. I'm having fun picking up new coins, rounds, and bars again. I'm having fun saving up for that 1 ounce gold buffalo that I've been eyeballing for the last 7 years. I've wanted it this entire time, but I guess you could say I didn't want it bad enough to actually commit to getting it. Now I am committed to getting it. I'm after that gold buffalo. I'm saving up for it. And the second I have enough dollars to trade for a 1 ounce gold buffalo coin, that will be mine. And right now, I think a lot of people can probably say the same. I think a lot of people are kind of seeing the fun side of stacking. See, it doesn't have to be all boring. It doesn't have to be all bland. It doesn't have to be all doom and gloom. Peter Schiff. It doesn't have to be all negative and end of the world, sky is falling, the only way you're going to make it is with silver and gold. No. I don't think you even need silver and gold to make it. I think you just need to be out of the dollar at this point. I think if you are investing, I think if you are stacking, I think if you are running your own business or involved in real estate, things like that, I think you're way better off. Business, stocks, and real estate are the best ways to build wealth. If you've already built wealth over the course of your life, and now you're turning to silver and gold to preserve what you built, I think you're also on track to win as well. I do not think that there's a right or wrong answer here. I think that there is a better and worse answer, but I don't believe the worse answer means that it's bad. See, let's just say I'm all in on gold and you're all in on silver. Gold is up by quite a bit. Gold is up by 27.71% year to date, while silver is up 16.27% year to date. Technically, gold is doing better than silver. And if I'm all in on gold and you're all in on silver, gold was the better of the two. Does that mean that silver's bad? No. They both went up. They're both doing great. One just happens to be doing a little bit better. Which is why I'm saying, regardless of your asset class of choice, it doesn't have to be exclusively between two different precious metals. It could be between different types of markets. It could be precious metals. It could be real estate. It could be stocks. It could be a business. Regardless of what it is that you're doing. Regardless of what it is that you're working on. I think if you're actively taking steps to build and or preserve your wealth, you will do better than the average person. And you will come out on top. And you will win. And thrive. I truly believe that. Which is why I really like doing things the way that I'm doing, because I'm doing kind of like a mix of everything. Everything but real estate at this time. I do not own real estate. I have never in my life owned real estate. It's a goal of mine to get into real estate, but that's the one thing that I'm not in just yet. I am primarily in the stock market. I am running my own business. I am stacking precious metals. And I've been doing all of these things for the last 4 to 7 years. Aggressively. And putting my all into it. My focus may shift between this one and that one from time to time based on what's going on in the world and which one seems to be the smartest move. But that's why I like what I'm doing. Because I'm kind of getting the best of both worlds. And I'm kind of reaping the benefits. And obviously everything has its pros and cons, but I get to experience the pros of all of it. And that's why I encourage a lot of people to do it as well. You don't have to be all in on any one particular thing. As long as you're picking up a little bit of that one particular thing, strictly for diversification purposes. You don't want to be all in on just one asset class. You want to mix it up. Even if it's not something that you are extremely bullish on. You still want to be diversified. You still don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. You still want to mix and match it up. And you still want to get a little bit of the benefits of other markets. So that's just the way I see it. That's just the way that I'm doing things. And I'm very curious, everybody watching it right now, what are your thoughts? Between everything going on right now, all the different asset classes, the different this, the different that, what are your thoughts on silver and gold being the top 1 and 2, quote unquote, investments year to date? Now, I don't consider silver and gold to be an investment. Some people do. I don't. What are your thoughts on that right there? Let me know in the comments. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, subscribe to my second channel for bonus videos, and follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. 4 super quick things as we wrap up the video. Number 1, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. We have the brand new It's a Great Day to Have a Great Day t-shirt and coffee mug. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. 2, if you haven't already, try you out some Celsius Energy. That's right, it's a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. I will leave an affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. 3, if you're not already investing and you'd like to get started, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so. And they make it really easy for a new investor to start investing because of how simple it is to navigate and learn on the app. Remember, I am planning on taking 3 people before the end of the month, and I've helped 2 so far. I want one more person to reach out to me that wants to learn about the stock market and wants to be helped kickstarting their investment portfolio. If you want to be that last one, please reach out. We will link in the description. Fourth and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, whether it be airtight tubes and capsules, anti-tarnish paper, mini lock boxes, currency sleeves, microscopes, the list goes on, any and all stacking supplies and any and all prepping supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. And once again, I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, what are your thoughts on silver and gold's performance this year so far? What are your thoughts on gold being up over 27% year to date, silver being up over 16% year to date? Meanwhile, most other things are lagging behind, underperforming, or just flat out in the red. What are your thoughts on that right there? What do you think the trend is going to be the next couple of weeks, the next couple of months, or the rest of 2025? Do you think that this is going to continue? Will silver and gold continue to outperform? Will there be a pullback when the economy gets back on track? We're a little derailed right now. What are your thoughts? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.